Hello, ladies and gentlemen, dudes and dudettes. I'm Matt Burns.
And I am the devil emoji.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I am also the aubergine and water emoji.
No comment.
I was hoping that you were going to fuck up then and say no comment.
No comment.
Oh, right.
No.
I see.
Just no. No. Anyway, in case some of you might have already noticed, we're not live.
No, we are not live. So you may not interact with us because we are not live.
True. But
so Matt Burns can't get owned this week.
Funny.
But it's true. You got absolutely owned.
I wouldn't say owned. I'd say more likely pwned, which is worse than owned.
Beg your pardon?
Pwned. Have you not ever heard of the term? Never mind. There's an actual abbreviation of called pwned, which is meant to be supposedly worse than being owned.
I did not know this, and
you're welcome.
Yeah. Anyway, before this starts getting a bit strange, let's go into our 6 p.m. Sunday watershed, which is being recorded on a Saturday for Sunday.
Yes.
Funnily enough, around about the same time.
Yeah, it is.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I bring to you the Sunday 6 p.m. watershed. The following broadcast may contain language, opinions, and topics that may not be suitable for younger listeners or for those that are easily offended pussies. However, I do believe that Snagglepuss is much easier on the eyes and ears.
And just in case if anybody, decides to try own me or pwn me, there is, of course, exit states left.
Yes. And when you said pwn, then I thought you said bone, and I just thought, no.
You know what? I know exactly why your mind's in the gutter, but we'll get to that a little bit later. Why that is?
It involves numbers.
No kidding. And possibly to do with something that is, a bit of a weekly thing, maybe. Anyway, let's just get on with it and let's do our usual disclaimers, which we've done the audio disclaimer. We've now got our one of our weekly things that we always cover. We always like to talk about something that we're not just doing just for listeners or hashtag views or likes and subscribes.
Oh, do you mean a particular thing that we say every week and support on a daily basis?
Yes.
Okay, then. Let's do it.
Okay. So basically, the burning truth is, of course, always has, always will be, and forever will be, in full support of Black Lives Matter.
Yes, we are also advocates for the hashtag Speaking Out movement.
That we are.
And I would like to add to the current list of hashtags, I would like to announce that we are in full support of the LGBTQ plus community. Is it?
Yeah.
And there's no more letters added onto that now, is there? I think it is actually.
I think the plus covers it.
I think the plus covers it, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, we're in full support of that as well. And any of them, if you want to cover them topics or want to talk about it, in full length and have your say on the topics. We've always got a mic available. You're more than welcome to discuss it, just as long as there's no slander or anything libelous.
Yeah.
Because
yeah, please don't. We don't want to get sued. We do not wish to be in a current WWE predicament.
or we don't want to be in a starring role of the UK version of Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
which knowing our look, it'd probably be Better Call Brett or Roger, which sounds wrong.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on, shall we? Anyway, let's move on to why I think you got such a dirty mind.
You may do that, but I don't know if you dare delve into the depths of my mind.
I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, do I even dare? We always have to cover what. Screw it, let's just do it. Right, ladies and gentlemen, this week the blog was covered, and it was originally scheduled to be a James Irvine week.
Originally,
and was,
and is,
and forever will be,
because the number exists, and it has been discussed.
No kidding. In case anybody wants to know why he's so dirty-minded, it would be the fact that the blog post was number, what was it?
69. Oh, right.
And I'm pretty sure that anybody who has listened to it, and by the way, yes, I did notice the shots you get.
What shots?
The little lane jokes.
What? What? I was aiming too high, matey. I was aiming high, matey. In life, I was aiming high because the world is my oyster.
At least it's only two out of God knows how many I've done. You know it's bad when you've lost count of how many fuck ups you've probably done live on air.
Or when you've lost, the plot. I was wondering where I was going to go with that one, but then you just reminded me that you did lose the plot.
Yeah, I think that was last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was last week, Mr. Burns.
At least I've now recovered.
Have you, though, really? From something that you texted me with the other day?
That was not my fault. That was goddamn predictive text.
No, it wasn't. Would you like to remind people of what you said?
Nope.
Or do I have to go through the messages and let everybody know?
Nope. I'm not doing it. Nope.
Okay, I'll do it. Just bear with me a moment whilst I take ganders.
Nope, not going there. Anyway, let's just move on to what we're all here for, shall we?
Oh, yes, of course, yes.
What?
Yes.
You
continue,
wrestling.
mate. I'm just looking for this. Something that you texted the other day.
Text?
Yeah, you texted me something. It was quite funny, actually.
I'm actually trying to think myself, actually. What was exactly said? Oh, that was it.
Oh, well, I'll find it and I'll spit it out next week.
Yeah, I've got it here for you.
Go on, then. What was it?
Eventually recover, eventually. I mean, recovered. That was it.
It was what? Say that again.
Eventually recover eventually.
That
And then
was
I
after
put
he was saying he had recovered.
and then put in then put the basic correction of recovered. LOL. You sure, bro? Just thought that when autocorrect fucked me up this time. That could be
Yeah.
that could be a whole goddamn non-wrestling topic in its own damn right, and could probably even be like a Peter Griffin. What really grinds my gear segment.
Oh dear. I have to laugh because Mr. Burns is he's very anal about stuff, so when he cocks up, he really is not happy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not the only time he likes to be anal. Oh, right.
Really. Anyway, shall we move on?
You want to move on?
Can we get to the wrestling?
Yeah, go on then. I suppose we can fit it in.
Well,
That's what she said.
anyway, before we actually get to the wrestling, we'd just like to point out that with this episode coming out on the Sunday, Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, happy Father's Day.
Genuinely, it's a special day for all fathers. We wish all fathers a very happy Father's Day because, well, you should always cherish your dad and everything, especially ones that have been there and always supported you. Agreed?
Yeah, definitely. You should always be there for your dad.
Should always be
Unless
there.
they waste it and they just don't care.
Yeah, but as we said, this episode is the Father's Day special episode.
Yep, correct. It is the Father's Day special episode. I am a dad myself, so, it kind of means a lot to me, especially when the girls,
Surprise you?
yeah,
Yeah.
when they surprise me. So it's nice.
That's
It's
good.
nice. It really is.
No, that's
Doesn't
good.
last, but it is nice.
Happy for you.
Oh, friends.
Don't know why, for the life of me, I was waiting for something then. For the life of me, don't know why.
No idea.
Could you repeat that?
I said no idea. Well, I wouldn't have to repeat it if your squeaky fuck arse in chair was to say fuck arse in squeaky, you fucking fuck arse.
Being blunt, aren't you, today?
Harry. Don't upset me, because I'll kick you in the fucking nuts.
So, translation. He's now gone from dirty minded to pure violence. And some people say I have the issues.
You have got issues.
I have to put up with you.
You're like Squidward. You've got issues like you've got tissues.
And don't be a bitch.
And I knew that was coming.
That's what she said.
Oh, there.
Almost had a jinx, Dan. Almost.
A jinx.
A jinx.
Fucking hell, how old are you?
Whoa! I'm taking the mic. Anyway, let's continue, shall we?
Yeah, let's continue, because I don't want to be here all day, because I'd like to spend time with my children.
That you do. Because let's just talk about WWE, shall we? Where do we begin?
Could we talk about who again?
WWE?
Yeah, it's okay, because it sounded like you just said we.
Or like as you say, wee wee.
Wee wee.
Wee wee. But yeah, anyway, let's just get down to business. Unfortunately,
He said,
WWE is going through. What's the terminology for it? Of what
no,
WWE is going through right now?
no idea.
A complete shitstorm, maybe?
I think so, yeah. I don't
Yeah.
believe that they could fuck up any more if Vince McMahon came out with a very, very racist terminology,
Which he has done in the past.
which he has done in the past.
On more than one.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, on more than one occasion. So, yeah, okay. But obviously, it's, yeah, one of those.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
what do you say to that, really?
honestly, no idea.
No idea.
No, 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 no.
Doggy afuera.
No idea.
I don't know. But anyway, yeah, continue. Please do continue.
All that we can say is the fact that WWE is supposedly being sued.
Yeah, and why is that?
For allegedly misleading investors over a 300 million stock sale.
Wow.
Oops.
Now, I'm no genius, I'm no mathematician, but that's a big number.
Yeah, it's the lawsuit relates to a collapse of a broadcasting deal in the Middle East. Because there was, Vince McMahon, Stephanie, and Triple H, and multiple other WWE executives are being sued regarding claims of selling more than 300 million worth of stock at inflated prices, while failing to disclose knowledge of collapsing deals in the Middle East. Oh dear.
Wow.
Go on.
It's just a wow moment, isn't it? It's just, is this why they are selling, well, not selling, sorry, is this why they're getting rid of wrestlers, do you reckon?
Probably try and think we need to save as much money.
Yeah. It's funny because they've knocked off the biggest wage bill on the roster in Braun Strowman.
Yep.
And now they're going to be in quite a bit of debt.
Bother.
Yeah, quite a bit of debt if it actually goes through. If they find
Yeah.
So it's not good. Vince McMahon, what have you done?
Basically, the cause of the accident is listed as breach of fight act. Basically, it's unjust enrichment, aiding and abetting, and other stuff. Basically, they haven't fully declared everything in regards to the stocks, I believe,
Yeah.
and they're seeking punitive and actual damages, costs, and fees in relief. Oh dear. Oh dear. But is that the only fuck up that we're gonna have this week?
No, definitely not.
No, we're not. We're gonna have basically what Raw is,
Uh, what, a pile of shit?
pretty much. With one glistening moment. One glistening moment, which is the fact that they somehow, and I have to just, my colleague's going to have to just sit here and listen to this. Do you know what the original main event was for Raw?
Please tell me.
Drew McIntyre versus AJ Styles.
Right, okay. That sounds like a decent match.
But shenanigans had to happen.
Oh, for God's sake. Really? Shenanigans during a WWE Raw show in 3 hours?
Yep.
Never.
what ended up happening, Bobby Lashley come down, and with Omos already being there, or Omas already being there, and while they were looking like it was about to be a 3-on-1 attack, because Lashley decided to interrupt the match, the Viking Raiders came down and basically got involved because they're feuding with AJ and Omas potentially for the belts, for the tag belts.
Yeah.
And it suddenly went from being a 1-on-1 match to, let's change it into a 6-man tag match. Where's Ted Long when you need him?
I don't. What is it with Raw? It's so confusing.
Yeah.
I don't.
Then get AJ, who's been in the match, been beat up. All of a sudden, go for the dive. Look like he's about to tag in his partner. Doesn't. Tags in Lashley, who looked confused. Gets something like just say, "Why have you tagged me in? Why have you tagged me in?" Turn around into the most beautiful, perfectly timed Claymore.
Well, yeah, I will admit that Claymore was fucking sweet.
It was just thump. Straight out the gate, it was like, yeah, he's dead.
I tell you, he did.
He did. Pretty much. So straight away, as soon as that happened, it was just absolutely epic from the get-go, as you can imagine. It was just unbelievably, just pretty much... For how long he was there for, I thought to myself, a big move's going to have to come here. But straight in, boom, straight away, like, is that it? Is that the match done? Pretty much was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we'll move on because we don't want to be covering the Lily situation. And then the Alexa Bliss situation.
Oh, yeah.
Because Nia Jax challenged Alexa Bliss to a match.
Wow. Do you remember when they feuded because Alexa Bliss was apparently a bully?
And calling her fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
And what it worse is, they actually brought that up. When Nia Jax says, "We used to be friends." It's like, really? You're trying to pull that?
That doesn't make any sense. What? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. I don't know what WWE are doing. Are they trying to portray Nia Jax as a face? Are they trying to portray Alexa as heel? Or who's the face? Who's the heel? Who remember cheering?
I don't know. I don't think I've known for a long time.
Oh, and how the match ended was even weirder.
Really? On a Raw show, it getting fucking weird.
How about Alexa Bliss suddenly getting advantage of Nia Jax?
Wow, what did she do?
Pretty much did like chop blocks on her knee, got her down for a DDT. As she did it, she looked like she was about to get the win, and Reginald got involved.
Oh, good old Reginald. How we forgot about you.
Who then got slightly possessed.
Oh, no. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. I know.
Why? It doesn't. What the fuck is going on?
That makes it even more funny. Do you know why Reginald is so much on TV? Because Vince McMahon likes him.
Why.
Oh, actually, there is one other positive moment. We had the debut of Evolution. Oh, Evolution.
Oh, we had the debut of a rip-off.
What?
We had the debut of a rip-off.
Of a rip-off.
Mm-hmm.
They did a twist on it.
Yeah, it's a twist of a rip-off. No, it's a rip-off with a twist, should I say.
Yeah.
You know what I meant.
Eva Marie came down to her music. She didn't come down alone.
Okay.
Piper Niven came down with her.
Yeah.
The match was meant to be Eve Marie versus Naomi. It suddenly, all of a sudden, out of the blue, changed from it being Eva Marie to Eva Marie's friend, which is Piper Niven, who we know from NXT UK. Now, I'm going to have to say this, WWE, because you've really pissed me off because I found this really insulting. She's on NXT UK. I'm pretty sure your commentators are going to know about that, aren't they? So they should know who fucking Piper Niven is. Not to go, who is this person? Who is this woman? She's absolutely destroyed Naomi.
Yeah, but to be fair though, it's just like they do live under a rock.
And don't make it even more insulting. Because they didn't have a name for her officially, they've now started trying to look for trademarking names. And the rumour has it that one of the names that they're considering to give her... When I looked this up, because they applied for the trademark on June the 14th, and, the trademark application was entered on the database on the 17th, and on its own is rather damn vague. The name, supposedly, is meant to be Dewdrop.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, Dewdrop.
Dewdrop.
D-O-U-D-R-O-P.
D-O-U.
D-R-O-P.
D-R-U. Wow.
And that's what they might be calling her. That might be her name.
It's very, very frustrating. Very frustrating. Because that really is idiotic.
Yeah. And bear this in mind, Piper Niven debuted with WWE in the first Mae Young Classic in 2017, and later signed a contract with WWE in 2019. And prior to signing with WWE, she also used the name Viper as a moniker.
Oh, I don't know. Just sounds stupid to me. Not interested. Move on.
Yeah. Basically, I just find it a little bit insulting because she's an absolute standout. Good to see her debut and beating a former women's champion soundly and easily, which was really, really good for her. But it looks like the whole Eva Marie situation is she's not wrestling, she's managing. But what made it even more insulting is when she won the match, the ring announcer didn't know what to call it to have Eva Marie grab the phone. The winner of the match, Eva Marie!
Wait, she grabbed the phone?
Microphone.
She grabbed the phone. Who was she calling? Chris Tarrant?
She grabbed the microphone.
She was calling Chris Tarrant once. She 50-50 phone a friend.
I think that would have been a better option for her.
50-50 phone a friend because I don't know what I'm called anymore.
What the fuck? Now, Eva Marie literally took hold of the microphone and just said she won the match. And Piper Niven had to look like, yay!
Are we just brushing over the fact that you just said she took the phone?
Microphone.
You said she took the phone.
I don't care.
I right now do believe that you are taking the piss.
I'm not taking the piss. You need to see it for yourself. It was just... I was trying to speed the fuck past it because it was just that what the fuck moment. I wanted to get the fuck out of there. No, instead you had to prolong it and keep me there.
Yep.
Anyway.
Anything to make you feel more awkward, Mr. Burns.
Shall we move on?
Yeah, I did say you carried on and on and on and on.
Let's move on.
Duracell battery.
Let's get over to Smackdown, shall we?
Yay, Smackdown.
/ Hell in a Cell.
Smackdown / Hell in a Cell. Nobody gives a shit. Oh, wait. We have to give a shit because it got the fucking main event in it. Doesn't make sense. Fuck off.
Right. Bear this in mind that we haven't released our... We'll probably have our predictions out now. But as of Friday, we actually had them all planned out, didn't we?
Yes.
Our predictions. We have to go back to the predictions. And why is that?
They fucking moved it.
Oh, well, we didn't know about this, but supposedly on Thursday night, which could have been early hours Friday, when we already got everything all set out and ready to be released, we were considering waiting until a certain blog post went out, just so we could have the number.
Mr. Burns, put your shoes back on because your dogs are barking.
Is that because you just heard the dog? Funny.
Oh, come on, that was quite funny.
Funny. Anyway, point being is the fact that when you have got predictions, everyone will say, "Oh, let's put a So I feel a little bit sorry for the bookies who might have actually had people putting bets on that at the pay per view. Does that mean that if anyone had a bet on that match, does that match still does that bet still go ahead? Or because it happened on SmackDown, or does it actually get null and voided?
No idea. I would imagine because it's just a match, that it's the actual match that took place, I would imagine that it still stands. Because it still took place. The match still took place, it was just on a different...
2 days early?
Yeah, but it still took place though, didn't it?
And do you not set it up to go 2 days early?
Oh, I don't fucking know.
Twitter post.
A Twitter post?
Yeah.
Wait, so a Twitter post made it go early?
Yeah. Rey Mysterio says, "I can't wait till Sunday. I want to do it on tonight. I want to do it on SmackDown." And added Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman. Roman said, "We can make arrangements. Paul Heyman will sort out the contract work, and I'll deal with the warfare."
You know what? Actually, now that you've said it like that, it makes more sense.
Right, that's how it's been arranged. When the decision was actually made to actually do this idea, right? You know it's bad when a certain Meltzer, famous for basically having all the insight, and near enough every journalist who is involved in wrestling are all scratching their heads going, "What the fuck?" Do you know the reason why it happened on Friday instead of Sunday?
Nope.
Because they didn't want Roman Reigns on Sunday. To wrestle on Sunday.
Is that serious?
That's the supposedly speculation, the reason why that match went ahead on Friday. On SmackDown instead of, yeah.
Does anybody else feel themselves getting frustrated by this?
Now, I know what you're thinking. That's got me frustrating because, bear this in mind, that's a pay-per-view match, isn't it? So,
yes.
Not every country's got access to the WWE network, correct?
Yes.
So some of them have to pay on a pay-per-view. How would you feel if you were in a country where you had to pay the pay-per-view prices to watch that match, and the match you wanted to watch was Roman Reigns versus Mysterio, you paid full price for it to find out it's on SmackDown for free?
Well, it's not free though if it's on SmackDown, is it? Because you still got to pay for it.
Depending on where you are. But it's still a lot cheaper than full price pay-per-view.
Yeah, true.
Point being is, it's almost like they've advertised the match and then just suddenly pulled it 2 days beforehand. Not good.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's not
good. It can also be considered misleading. But you think the fans would be the only ones upset, wouldn't you?
No.
Who else would be upset?
I don't know, some idiot that's a fan of Roman fucking Reigns.
How about the USA Network?
Oh yeah, because that I've not seen the match. I want to see it though because I just didn't have time. But
Oh dear. Basically, the USA Network is doing their nutting over that match taking place on SmackDown because they weren't exactly informed of that match taking place, and on top of that, that sort of match isn't very PG, would you say?
yeah, you're right
So okay, they've been letting little slips, now and again, but I'm pretty sure lamping somebody with a fire extinguisher to the head might not go down so well. Or using weapons in unusual methods that could be potentially seen by kids.
Yeah, but this is
Yeah.
the thing. It did me no harm. You know what I mean?
Sure
Did me
about
no harm.
that? Sure about that?
Yes. You're supposed to be sticking up for me here.
Well, I'm surprised they didn't throw in at least a "Do not try this at home" advert.
Well, yeah, there is that. But then again, wrestling, you shouldn't really be trying it at home anyway.
No, well, actually, to be honest with you, try this. Don't try this at home or anywhere. Basically, I miss them adverts.
I don't.
I miss them adverts. I do. I miss them. Bring them back if you're going to be doing stuff like this. At the very least.
Yeah,
Anyway,
true. That is true.
at the very least. At least then you're covering your rear end a bit like how we have our disclaimer at the start of our show.
Yes, because we all know how a bunch of mod horses people can be sometimes.
And we know how somebody can just say the words "I'm offended."
Yes. Just because you're offended doesn't make it any more fucking true.
But then again, we don't want to be going down that road because we don't want to be having to retire like any other game makers. But we won't go there.
Yeah.
We won't go there. But anyway, so we had that whole drama. We've also got Cesaro, who is looking absolutely amazing and doing some awesome promo work. And let's just say the Street Profits are getting dismantled, aren't they, at the moment as well?
Yeah, I thought they were a thing. Yeah, I did.
What?
I thought that they were supposed to be like the next big thing.
Yeah, they got pretty much killed recently. Involving a certain tag team.
Well, no surprise there.
Do you know which tag team that is?
Just let me think now. That'd be Otis and Shorty G.
Otis, yes, but no, you got the wrong name.
Yeah, well, Chad Gable.
Yeah. I can't remember the full name of it.
It was weirded me out that they've actually turned him heel. So it's so weird.
However, good Lord, they'd I think they've actually invented they've actually got their new tag team finishing move.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw it, it was just pretty much, yeah, he's dead. He dead.
Is it one of them that was pretty brutal?
Understatement. Understatement, because Angelo Dawkins, to put it bluntly, got decapitated. You got Chad Gable, who's got him ready to hit a German suplex, and Otis running, bouncing off the
You mean
ropes,
Vader?
running to the opposite side to come flying in instead of thinking, oh, it's just going to be a regular clothesline. No, he does a discus clothesline, which looked like it was almost like a JBL sort of clothesline from hell at the same time.
I can't really call him Otis anymore. I seriously think he looks like Vader or Bam Bam Bigelow.
If you saw let's just say this, the reaction from Angelo Dawkins, the sell that he did was pretty much, I was like, that's either a really good sell or he's just been hit so hard, he's definitely concussed. From the reaction bump that actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
It just looked brutal. Imagine a full force Otis running at full force with a discus lariat, and as he's hitting it, Chad Gable's doing a perfect German suplex at the same time.
Yeah, I could see that sucking.
The way he bounces, you see him just bounce. The force sends him over onto his knees, and he just falls out the ring.
Well,
And it didn't look exactly out of place. It looked like the momentum just went, boom, see you later.
boom, shake, shake, shake the room.
But yeah, that I can actually see being a big. I can see Otis becoming a bit of a big thing again as a tag team. But
I just don't like how he shaved his beard.
no, it doesn't suit him. But the aggression he's got on him now. Damn it.
But he had that aggression anyway.
No. He looks more.
No.
No. At least
No.
when he did it, he had a bit more of a, yeah, a bit more fun in him. This time, he looks like, it's more likely, at least with the a while back when he was a good guy, you could probably calm him down a little bit. This one's just like, no negotiation, you're dying. He's decided to execute you. Pretty much.
Right, okay.
Happy with that one? Shall I move on?
Yes, I was wondering when you were going to shut the fuck up.
Let's move on, shall we?
Oh, please do. Oh, no, wait, talk more.
Would you like me to?
No.
Anyway, let's jump over. I'm just trying to think where shall we jump over to? Where shall we jump over to? AEW?
So fucking easy.
AEW. Have you watched it this week?
Can do. Not really, no. I haven't been able to watch anything this week apart from just like little bits.
Now, here's the thing with me. I'm wondering if WWE put the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view main event match in the main event because what AEW opened up with.
Right, okay.
Jake Hager versus Wardlow in a MMA rules match. I know. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Yeah, no, no. No, 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 no.
Oh.
Even I'll say, what the fuck. Anyway, the point being is, under that match, I'm sitting there watching, thinking, are they trying to portray that they're going to do an actual MMA match? Anyway, I watched it. It looked as good as it could be, but you could tell it wasn't a legit match. You could tell. Because I guarantee you, anyone who's a UFC fan or Bellator fan is probably going, he's pulling his shirt, that's not real. Cut him some slack. It is, pro wrestling. And, they probably want to be able to wrestle next week. Agreed?
Yeah, but what makes you think that it wasn't real? That it wasn't a real fight?
Some of the shots that they attempted, like certain body shots, could have been. If that was a legit fight, when they went for an elbow, you could tell they weren't exactly full force. If you got what I mean.
Fair enough.
But the match was still good. The match was still good. It was still an interesting watch. Which makes me wonder, did WWE just do that whole Hell in a, give away a pay-per-view match because AEW had put on that sort of match?
Probably. Rise of AEW must really be pissing Vince McMahon off.
The only problem is there's actually talk that there might be a problem with AEW.
No,
and this what
AEW. This is probably just you fucking hyperventilating over shit.
No, it's not hyperventilating from stuff. Speculation that is that AEW is actually in the red on money.
I just find that very hard to believe.
Personally, I can see that. I can see that happening.
I can't because they still want to hire talent.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I just can't see it being the case.
I can see it being the case on one condition. I can see it being not an act. I can see that someone's looked at the books and gone, "They're in the red. They're in the red." Not really seeing it as an actual fucking investment that's going to come back and be a benefit later on. Agreed?
Yeah, true. Yeah, no, I see where you're going with that one. It's just like a football team buying a fucking player and then being in a red for a little bit.
Yeah. But the actual speculation is the reason why they're actually in the red is due to the video game deal.
Right.
Because supposedly they're investing 8 figures into it. Now, not being funny, let them get on with it and see how it does. People are already jumping on it saying, it's in the red, it's in the red.
Yeah, these are the WWE fans that just can't watch anything else other than WWE because they are boring as fuck.
And also bearing in mind as well that they're probably
mind that we have bare necessities.
Yes, and bearing in mind the fact that when WWE are now doing their own WWE game, they somehow can't even get past the glitches.
Yeah, that's true.
Could it be just some WWE fans just being a bit sore that WWE got pretty much hung over to dry on their last game? And I mean proper game. I'm not including, and I'm not including that so-called Battlegrounds game as an official proper game.
No, because it's not
a serious one.
It's not like the proper one because it's not serious.
Correct. And bear this in mind that the last time they did a serious game, what did he get? What? I'm surprised he didn't get an award for it. Because if I'm not mistaken, near enough every gaming channel that I watched on YouTube put the last WWE 2K game as the worst game of the year.
Well, I would say it's probably the worst game of the last fucking 10 years.
Yeah. Because it was filled with glitches. Glitches everywhere.
Glitches, like when fucking Becky Lynch's head was fucking, it was just a pair of eyes and a tongue and teeth.
Or when you just done a absolute large segment of the story mode to then have the game crash on you and you have to restart it and do the entire segment again. And it can crash again on the exact same moment.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now,
quite really though, isn't it? To be fair.
Exactly. So, and the scary thing about it is, I'm pretty sure the reason why that they're probably in the red is because we know that Kenny Omega is a big gaming fan. So he's probably going to be pushing to get this done right. If this is done right and properly, why can I see them making that investment back and more so? Why can I see that coming back?
Yeah, of course you will. If the game's good enough, then yeah, it's gonna be.
But why can I also see them doing something a little bit different from WWE? Why can I see them in? This is an actual idea I'm going to actually just run by, because if they're putting some serious investment in it, and this is the way that they could probably, this is just an idea of how they can make their investment back. Instead of doing the so-called, oh, we'll have you buy the next game next year, or, and everything, why don't they just have it so you can just download DLC to get the latest roster?
Fucking hell. Do they really want to do that? Because there's hardly any fucking roster left.
What do you mean?
WWE?
I meant AEW. Not WWE. I meant AEW when they released their game.
I know what you meant.
But I see what you did there. I like it. Because if I'm not mistaken, I remember seeing a post where someone turned around and says you could play a certain year of WWE where pretty much 85% of them have either been future endeavored or left.
Yeah, pretty much. But to be fair, they'll probably see AEW starting to make cuts in their roster as well, because obviously the bigger the wage.
Potentially.
Especially with Sting. I mean, Sting can fucking still wrestle. He can still put a shift in.
Yeah.
So,
Potentially. But at the same time, the one thing I will say that you've got going for them really well is you've got so much content coming out.
Yeah,
that
true.
is being watched regularly with advertisers being on it and everything. So even if this money doesn't pay off, okay, it's going to be a financial hit. But is it going to be hitting them on the wrestling side of it? AEW could be supposedly in the red on the game side. On the wrestling side, I'm pretty sure that they're doing not too bad on themselves.
Yeah.
So anyway, shall we move on?
Yeah, because you're boring me.
Because we've got Sting anyway. Well, not Sting. Should we say Darby Allin? In that new tag team match that, by Mr. Ego and Scorpio Sky, who call themselves Men of the Year.
Right.
Now, originally, the Men of the Year said Darby Allin couldn't beat them without Sting. And Darby Allin can find any other tag team partner to face them.
Mm-hmm.
Sound like a good idea? Downside is AEW why have you made Darby Allin that much of a loner that he can only get Sting as to be able to help him? Because when the match came about, he had no tag team partner to go against him, and went into the match into a handicap match. What the hell?
Yeah.
So it just looked a bit stupid.
Yeah, well, the thing is with AEW, they are learning a learning company. They are just learning what works, what doesn't work.
Yep. And we
Whereas
also had...
WWE
Yeah, go on.
are tried and tested.
Yeah. Of course, they are
They know
tried.
what works, but they're just not willing to fucking do it anymore.
Pretty much. Pretty much. One thing I will say, interesting to see another debut.
Yes. Now this one actually, I have seen the clips for,
Yeah.
and he's green, very green, but
Early days.
you could tell he's green. But like you say, early days.
Early days. Brock Anderson, is it?
Yes.
For some unknown reason, I don't know why, I thought to myself, because I'm saying the word Brock, I was actually expecting to follow up with the word Lesnar.
Yeah,
Anyway,
let's not go with that one.
we're not going to go there. But anyway, the point being is, interesting dynamic, thought it was good, and interesting concept. I'm looking forward to seeing what more comes from the situation. Agreed?
Yeah, and me. Yeah, definitely, because he seems to know what he's doing. It's just he is greener than goose shit.
But at the same time, he's going to have a bit of an uphill mountain of a climb because of his dad.
Well, good job that he's actually got his dad then to look out for him, because
Yeah, which is good. Which is good. But it's something to look forward to.
yeah, it is. I think he'll do good. He's just got to learn the ropes, so to speak.
No, I'd agree with that. I like that. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Definitely agree with that. But anyway, shall we continue?
Yeah, I'm just trying to piece together, because he did look like he was not uncomfortable, but it just seemed to me,
Nervous.
yeah.
Debut on the big platform in
But
front of her.
that's what I don't understand, is why the big platform.
Who knows?
Why the
Who
big
knows?
platform? Because it was a bit. I bet it was dead overwhelming.
Which it could be. Which I agree with you.
I
Shall
would imagine
we?
that would be very, very overwhelming, because obviously he's not going to be the only one making his fucking debut. So it's like,
No.
must be really fucking difficult.
It's got to be. It's got to be. But
It's got to be.
it's got to be. Shall we move on?
Gotta be, Daddy-O.
Now, I'm going to give you two options here. Because
Yeah.
we've got two more companies to quickly go through.
Oh, for God's sake, can we fucking hurry up?
One's NWA and one's Impact.
Why are we covering NWA? Because we haven't done it for fucking ages.
We haven't, but it's more so with the fact that they were... I'm covering it because of who it involves, Mickey James.
Yeah.
I'll cover it quickly. NWA is actually hosting a all-women's pay-per-view a bit like a certain WWE one that happened in the past. And that Mickey James was trying to put one forward for WWE, but they were too busy firing, when they were making announcements, it sounded like Mickey James was firing shots at his former employment, stating, you could have done this, but you didn't.
Yeah.
And that they are actually putting together a all-women's pay-per-view for NWA.
Okay, fair enough.
Just to shine a light on women's wrestling. That's it.
Well, yeah, okay. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
I'm definitely all for that.
Impact, I'm going to have to say, what the fuck are you doing right now? Because, one, I understood the whole Don Callis firing. Fine. Got rid of him and rehired Sammy Callahan. Okay, that's okay. But when you got someone being thrown into the trash and then pulling out a trash bag with the name Mickey on it, who are you firing that shot at? Are you firing it at WWE or Mickey James?
It depends, really. Is that a work or is that a shoot? I don't know.
It looked more like a shoot because there isn't exactly anybody who was involved in the segment by the name of Mickey. And on top of that, when Don Callis got fired, Tommy Dreamer literally turned around and said to him, who made the announcement, go in the back, we've got your things in a trash bag.
Mm.
So it looks like the Impact of firing shots at WWE now. Not being funny, Impact, be a bit careful because you've gone against WWE more than once, and you ended up having your rear ended kicked.
Yeah, but to be fair though, last time Impact fucking had Hulk Hogan fucking ruining it.
True, but this is when. But at the same time, Impact is nowhere near the body and presence of where they were at the time, even when they had Hogan.
Yeah, but they've got they've got the backing of AEW, so
Potentially.
I think it's a non-topic, mate. So just move on.
Let's move on.
It's a non-topic, really, isn't it?
It just seems like they were just firing shade a bit late, if you got what I mean. But anyway,
firing shots.
What was that?
You mean firing shots?
They were firing shots, yeah, or more likely blanks. And
or
don't you dare say it.
I wasn't going to say it. I was just going to say. That's what she said.
Bastard. That's what I thought you were going to say.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, let's continue on, shall we?
Yes, what are we going to talk about next?
Shall we move on to our... Let's talk about our... Let's just say... Wrestling moment?
Yeah, go on then.
I believe you got this week's.
Yeah, I have, but I forgot it.
Would you like me to remind you?
Yeah, please do.
Degeneration X.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Now, Matt Baines reckons that we've covered this already. I'm saying that we haven't.
I believe we might have, but...
I reckon we've mentioned it before, but I don't think that we've mentioned it on the scale that Matt Baines reckons we have.
But
so,
even
anyway.
so, it's that good. I don't care if we do it twice.
Yeah, exactly. So, if anybody wants to watch something that's absolutely hilarious and likes the Attitude Era and everything that Austin and Triple H and DX and Shawn Michaels did, then look no further.
I'd agree on that one.
DX literally owning WCW by riding a tank, because they were in the same city at the same time, just across the river,
yeah,
if I remember rightly, just across the river, and they decided to ride across. Was it on a jeep or a tank?
They originally planned a tank, but it's like a mixture of a jeep with an anti-missile launcher on it.
Yeah.
What they called it, the DX tank,
Asshole.
supposedly.
Far off.
It wasn't like the actual tank that they did later on, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, anyway, they decided to ride in front of WCW and try to invade it. And genuinely, they were actually trying to invade the WCW arena. It was really funny, if I'm being honest. It was fucking hilarious. They
Now,
were
the funny...
using the megaphone and everything.
Yeah, and believe me, and what made it even worse is getting their own WCW fans doing the sucky chants and saying WCW sucks outside their venue.
Exactly. And this is why, not only this will be why one of the many reasons that WCW failed, because
Yeah. Now,
they just couldn't counteract what WWE were doing at the time.
would you like to hear a bit of an inside story? Because if you followed some of the documentaries involving Triple H and DX and everything, did you know that Triple H was absolutely bricking it to the point where it was like, well, what happens if we get attacked? He just goes, well, they won't attack you because it'd be assault. And he just goes, what happens if they open the doors? It's like, and he just goes, no, don't go actually in the building. And they're like, okay. And it's like, I highly doubt they'll open the doors. And then Triple H got one thing in his head. He goes, what if, while we're doing this, they send their wrestlers over to your show?
Then it would be funny.
What are you going to do, Vince? And you know what, Vince?
I genuinely think that the WCW guys at the time would have made light heart of it.
Are you ready for this?
I
see what you did there. Vince, in a moment of complete pure genius, turns around and goes, so what if they come? I'll open the doors and then bite the men. Even put them on camera if they want.
Exactly. So that would have been the forbidden door.
And he just went, well, what do you mean? And he just goes, well, if we know that they're not going to let you in, but if they send their boys, I'll let them in. What show's going to look better? The one with next to no wrestlers or the one with all the wrestlers on it?
Yeah.
Which is absolutely genius on Vince's side. Which it is at the time.
Yeah, it is. It is. It really, really is. Vince is just... He's lost the plot nowadays, hasn't he, really? Let's face facts. Good old Skeletor. Man. He-Man. How many times can I get sued for doing this?
And how many times, every time I see it, or even hint, or whenever I hear He-Man or something linked to Skeletor, I always hear that voice like, "Meh," from you.
Exactly. Don't forget everybody else that listens probably thinks the same.
Yeah, probably. Or you can go, "Meh, He-Man."
He-Man, I got the body of a god and the face of an old skeleton.
Even though he's going to soon be voiced by Mark Hamill.
Ooh, Vince McMahon.
No, Skeletor. The actual Skeletor.
Wow, what are they doing? Are they actually doing a live action film?
No, they're actually doing a cartoon.
Oh, I was hoping they were going to do a live action.
I'm just trying to remember the person's name who's done it. Because for the life of me, my brain's just gone absolutely empty right now.
Just trying to remember the name whilst Googling it.
I am actually having to Google this one because for the life of me, I can't remember the
Hey, he
actual.
fucking admits it. Finally, he admits it.
Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith is actually they've got like a new one coming out, which I believe is Masters of the Universe Revelation.
Sounds like good fun to me.
It looks like it's going to be really good, and with Skeletor being voiced by Mark Hamill. Need I say more?
I would be absolutely thrilled if it was Vince McMahon voiced by Mark Hamill and Vince McMahon voice acts Skeletor. Now that would be hilarious. I believe everyone would be in agreement.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
But anyway.
And I just looked it up, and you may not even believe this. They've even got Kevin Conroy in it.
Oh, really? I thought you would have known that.
No, I didn't know that. Do you know who Kevin Conroy is?
Should I care?
Yes, you should.
Go on.
The man who's synonymous for voicing the only best version of this DC this DC character, which is none other than Batman.
I'm Batman.
He voices the animated series one from the Batman.
So basically, they just drafted in Mark Hamill, the Joker, Kevin Conroy.
But he's Merman, not He-Man. In all fairness, it's got a fair few interesting people involved. But
well, either way, I look forward to being a massive man-child and watching it all the way through. Yeah. Just like I did TMNT.
I agree with that.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because we know that some people can be a bit slow.
Or there's some people who are still living in the past in the UK who might still remember it as Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, where they weren't even allowed to use the weapons.
Oh, God, don't even get me started on that crap.
Anyway, shall we move on?
Yes, let's go into your non-wrestling topic of the week.
I think that will be enough for now.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Okay, then. I am in agreement. Like I say, didn't want it to be a long one because I want to spend time with my children.
Yeah, agreed. And on top of that, if I started on the topic I was originally going to talk about, we could be here a bit longer than expected, and there's no point in going a bit too nuts, because some people may still want to spend some time with their fathers.
Yes, another one that likes his daddy. And he's also stuck in the cupboard.
Oh, good Lord. I did not expect that inside joke there.
Right.
I wasn't ready.
That's what she said. Surprise!
No. Just no.
Yeah, I'm not going to say it, don't worry.
No, I'm not saying that one.
I wasn't on about you, I was on about me. I think that would get me into fucking trouble.
No shit!
I'll tell you after the show.
I pretty much already think I've got an idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's going to be a wrap up. I'm just going to say, if anybody wants to check out our links, they can just check out our links page on the website, which our website is www.theburningtruth.com. mentalhealthuk.com. Where, go on. Have I slipped up yet?
No, I was just sniffing.
Right, where you can basically do a lot of stuff on there. Probably listen to past episodes, probably listen to the episode now, probably listen to past, interviews, checking out on the blog, checking out the links page, which always gets updated, but we can't be held responsible for external links.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have no control over that shit. Agreed?
Definitely, we don't have any control. So if you get diverted to Pornhub or X Hamster, or don't ask me how I know all these, but God forbid, RedTube, don't get blaming us.
No. It's not us. But if it does happen, just make us aware of it and we will make the change immediately.
Yeah.
Anyway. And of course, we've also got our favourite section of the website, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Where
anybody...
you could purchase some merch.
Some merch, which is the merch page, which is where if you want to support us, we will be massively grateful if you went onto there to do what?
Buy my fucking merch.
Of course, or check out our merch page. Genuinely, anything that is purchased off there does only go into the Burning Truth, and does actually will actually help supporters in any way possible. We do massively appreciate anyone who does make any purchases. Anyone from the past who has done any purchases, we greatly thank you, and any future ones, we also thank you at the time as well. Agreed?
Agreed. Even though you did just turn that into a fucking tangent.
Fuck off. Just fuck off.
Sorry, I thought you said 4 coughs.
Next you were saying the 4 tops.
And just like that, you ruined it.
You're welcome. Anyway.
Bitch.
Just for you. Just for you.
Yeah, you're also a dick, you selfish dick.
Whatever, bitch.
Oh, now he's ding-donging, eh? Oh, now you're ding-donging, hey, bitch. I love that bell.
That's what she said.
I said bell, not bell end.
That's what she said. No, it doesn't matter. Anyway, we of course are on social media. So check us out on our Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and you can also find the past episodes of The Burning Truth, which is on the website, Spreaker, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Deezer, Amazon Music, and many other external sources.
Are there many more?
That's why I said and other external sources.
Many.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Many.
It had so many.
Commandant Lassard.
Gotta love it. Good film as well. Anyway, shall we continue?
I'm waiting for you.
Anyway, that's going to be a wrap off of the links, and basically of who we actually do care to give shout outs to. Agreed?
Yeah.
Agreed. So let's get over to the mental health side, which is, as always, it is okay to be not okay. Asking for help is never a weakness, and in doing so, you can end up finding out that there's more care for you than you could ever know.
I'm impressed you did that then without stuttering.
And of course, we always recommend you to never compare your behind the scenes to other people's greatest hits, quoted from Tom Campbell of Cultaholic. And we always say, make yourself a priority once in a while. It's not selfish; it's necessary. And if you could
That
be,
is,
and if you could be anything in this world right now, please be more kind. Agreed?
no, I completely disagree. Of course, I agree. What kind of stupid question is that?
It's rhetorical one.
It's rhetorical.
Rhetorical.
Hey, everybody! It's not a rhetorical question.
Anyway,
It's a rhetorical one.
fuck off.
Oh
Anyway,
my God, you can't blame that one on fucking autocorrect, can you?
no. Anyway, shall we
It's
continue?
like it's like when DDV texted me earlier, instead of saying Black Panther, he said blank Panther.
I didn't know about that.
Oh, never mind. It's just that my thumbs are too fat. Oh dear. Oh, anyway, you carry on with your rhetorical question. Oh God, you are just the gift that keeps on giving.
You do realise your segment, your most important segment, is coming up right now.
Oh yeah, I know. That's why I'm getting it out of the way now.
Get out of your system.
Oh dear. Please continue.
Right. Anyway, of course, we always recommend you all to please follow the number one rule of progress, the burning truth, and in general life all round, which
Don't
is
don't be an Irvine.
being a bit harsh on yourself, aren't you?
Of course I am. I'm only joking. God. Ugh.
But
So
say but officially, the actual rule is
don't be a dick or a filthy dick.
just don't be a filthy dick. Just don't be a dick in general.
Yeah, nobody wants to be a trouser ferret.
Anyway,
You almost lost your cool there.
I almost did. Almost. Almost. I think if you just slipped that, just literally threw that in a little bit quicker, you might have caught me off guard. Then you
I'm not
might
being
have.
funny, but you just nearly said slipped it in a little bit quicker.
That's why I corrected myself.
I heard you, and I was poised and ready to pounce.
Right. Anyway, we of
Slip.
course also recommend you all to be excellent to each other. Quoted from the Wild Stallions.
Right. Ted Theodore Logan
Yes.
and Bill S. Preston Esquire.
Way! He's got it!
Got it! Got it! Nailed it! Nailed it! Yes!
He's finally got it.
Even have to fucking Google that in your fucking face, Matt Burns. Fuck you! Who the who?
Wait. How many weeks have you been attempting this?
Oh, one or two.
Ahem.
One or two.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, just one or two.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, just one or two. Honestly, I promise you, just one or two.
Bullshit. I'm saying about 2 months.
No, 1 or 2 weeks.
Months.
Weeks.
Months.
Weeks.
Months.
Don't be a dick.
Months. You do
Number
this on me if it's the other way around.
Number one rule of progress.
I'm not being a dick. I'm just pointing out. You
Number
just
one
slip
rule
up
of
on.
progress.
But anyway, he's got it right. So congratulations.
I win.
In his mind. Anyway, we'll continue on. And with that, thank you very much, everyone, for listening to the episode of The Burning Truth. We hope you all stay well, stay safe, and until the next episode, we hope you check out your local wrestling, be it through social media and many other ways, potentially, correct?
Many other ways.
Many other ways, of course.
Many.
Okay. Anyway, with that, we will be back to our regular scheduled programming, agreed?
We shall be back to our regular scheduled programming.
Of being live once again. Hopefully. If there's any changes, we'll most likely either cover it on the episode itself or probably through social media.
I feel so alive for the very first time. And I can't deny you. I feel so alive.
So with that, I've been Matt Burns.
I'll be now.
You love that voice, don't you?
Yeah. It's fucking sweet.
It's just scary on how it is, I believe I was mentioning this with DDV on how quick you can just switch a voice. It's scary.
It's kind of sweet. Now we can go from 1, 2, 3. Blast!
And why is it that from the blog I can almost envision you doing H.D.B. Griffin at some point?
Stewie Griffin.
It's getting there. It's really close.
Stewie. Cool Whip.
No, we're not going down that road. No, fuck no.
I've been so cruel.
We're not going down that route. Fuck off. You absolute twat.
My left foot is always better than the right one. My left.
Anyway.
Way to go.
With that.
Let's not sing any higher, otherwise my balls might drop and my voice break.
Anyway, once again, I've been Matt Burns.
And I have been the pain in the vein of Matt Burns' bottom. I have been James Irvine.
That he has been. It has been emotional. Thank you very much, and we'll hopefully catch you soon. Until then, stay well, stay safe.
Bye-bye.